Okay, thank you for that beautiful question. I think the police is just showing the highest level of irresponsibility, unintelligence, and recklessness. The Nigerian people are not Ipobs. Okay, the Nigerian people are hungry and they're hungry. The Nigerian people are being kidnapped unabated. Abuja is unsafe for the common man. I had someone, like a brother to me, who lost his life in Abuja. He was murdered by headers right there in Abuja. The police are nowhere to be found when it comes to securing the lives and property of the common man. But rather, they are seen following VIPs all around. And again, the protests will hold because the police are employed to protect the people, not to instruct and command the people. The people are the employers of the police, and the police must respect and understand that. The police must understand that they are not more than the people. And when the people are united, the police have nothing to be able to fight the people. Enough is enough of all these tactics of suppressing and oppressing the people. Shame on the executive. Shame on our legislative arm of government. Shame on our judiciary if they cannot in any way protect a peaceful protest by the Nigerian people. These are not Burkina Faso who wants to protest. The people who want to protest are not Ghanaians. The people who want to protest are not Israelis. The people that want to protest are Nigerians who have the blood of Nigeria running through their veins. So we must know where we stand. If the Nigerian police want to deny us, then of course we are ready to deny them. In fact, we are ready to deny this country if this country will not let us enjoy the simplest right that we have, which is to speak, which is the freedom of protest. Thank you very much.
See, you're welcome. First of all, let me say good morning to my viewers in Nigeria and diaspora. See, we are all Nigeria. We have the right. Nigeria have the right and the capacity to protest against the government of Federal Republic of Nigeria. You see, the system on ground now, they are afraid because they are wrong. When you are wrong, you are afraid. Because they know say they don't steal our money, they steal our life and they steal our right. Now want to say no, our right is our right. They are afraid. They are not to try to send the police or the if they let them send him on earth, protests must come to pass because we are tired about their revenue environment. They are scammer. Imagine, see, let us be frank with ourselves. The present government headed by President Ahmed Tinubu, aka Jagaba, is a masterminder of all the protests in Nigeria. He's a mafia in that aspect. You understand? Now in turn, we go protest against him. See, you see the language? Now in turn, and he failed the document of yesterday. When in the rule yesterday, in the rule, any wahala, now go lead us for protest. The highest one, our daughter, you understand? We change Jonathan out. Because of what? Subsidy he wanted to remove. At the end of the day, he superseded the judgment. Now it's not in power. Things are fall apart. Things fall apart woefully. He's afraid of the protest. We will go protest. Nigeria, the generality of Nigeria must come out and speak their minds. No matter the intimidation, they should not be afraid because if they do right thing, they're not going to fear. You do wrong, you expect fear, and fear must come. And if you are not taking time, fear will sweep you out because you have to change your heart. Nigeria is tired, Nigeria is suffering, Nigeria is hungry, Nigeria is jobless, Nigeria is homeless, Nigeria is all capacity, demonic atmosphere. Bad. Everybody struggle to live. Nobody even care for you anymore. Okay, see now, read the newspaper there now this morning. I saw that after Undome attack Tinubu is now sacked as a cheap wife. Sack. See, anybody where attack Tinubu for House of Assembly anywhere, well, no, sack. The other one say, Apabio, he paid millions. Sack, suspension. Better call sack all the Nigeria now. Better call sack all Nigeria. Then they will know that we don't have another country, we have only Nigeria here. And we will fight with our last blood to make that reality come to pass. We must live according to Nigeria. We are not supposed to be suffering like this. We are above this kind of situation. Nigeria is above this limitation of hardship. We're tired of them. We are tired of them. Whether Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, we are all Nigeria. Everybody is going to involve in the protest against injustice of the government of Nigeria.
What are the measures you feel that Nigerians should take concerning this coming protest? You know, we experienced one last during EndSARS. Ourselves, when we did not fail to retreat, know when to fall back, they were able to hijack the protest.
See, this type of protest is different from EndSARS. EndSARS was police brutality within the youth. But now this protest is hunger brutality involving all generality of Nigeria. So the protest is going to be different from EndSARS protest. This is a peaceful protest. We are trying to let the government know. Everybody is going to come out, everyone is going to march anywhere, march to the secretariat, march to the government house. Let them know, shout and say, we are tired of this injustice before things get out of hand. Because an angry man is an angry lion.
Ipob, we have Oduduwa, we have Arewa. What is the difference? All of them are the same. Ipob, Oduduwa, Arewa, all of them are the same. So don't let us think one of them looks like bad because the government wants to tag them terrorists. International bodies have not tagged them terrorists, but the government of Nigeria is tagging them terrorists. You understand? All of us understand that there is a media propaganda that is going on. The Southwest, some people that have captured the Southwest are using Ipob as an excuse to defend Tinubu. Anything that happens now, if there's a protest here, they'll shout, what today? What we're shaking, what we're shaking. Then the Yoruba people there will now, okay, they want to destroy. They want to use Igbo to cause division when it comes to protest. And we know. That's why we will always do broadcasts to expose them. You understand? There are very few people that have hijacked the Yoruba political space. And they are giving Yoruba people a bad name. That is the Yoruba Ronu movement. For me, there's nothing like Yoruba Ronu. There should be Omoluabi or Yoruba conservative. Yoruba Ronu, I don't know. When you look at these guys, look at all the things I've been saying, you know that these guys, they need help. They are not defending Yoruba people. They are defending a political class that have captured the Yoruba people. These are the ones they are defending, not the so-called Yoruba. How would a Yoruba of how would an Omoluabi defend a criminal? How would an Omoluabi defend a forger? How would an Omoluabi defend somebody that steals money? So I don't think that this protest, well, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that there's distraction from the government. The government is going to make sure that the protest does not hold or doesn't have any effect. That's their job now. Politicians will make sure, because what these people are asking for is to destabilize or take food from the mouth of these politicians. You know, these politicians feed on corruption. Without corruption, they cannot feed. They cannot do anything. They must be corrupt to exist in Nigeria. So the protest, I don't know. I don't know whether you are joining the protest. But they say Igbo should not join protest. I don't know if they say Igbo should not join protest. Igbo's already, they have made up their mind not to join the protest, because if you join the protest, at least it is better that a Yoruba person is spearheading it. So nobody will say that it is Ipob or is hijacked. Those who say that it is hijacked by Ipob, just know that they are trying to play politics with the protest.
Thank you for having me. Looking at the proposed protest, I think so many Nigerians have spoken about it. The other time, people be encourage Nigerians, irrespective of where you hail from, whether you are from the south, the north, the west, you are an Igbo man, an Hausa man, a Yoruba man, that it behoves on you to come out and register your displeasure. What is important is the protest has to be peaceful, because it's a guaranteed instrument in the hands of citizens to register their displeasure when the government seems not to be working. We understand that the Igbos have said they are not joining the protest. Perhaps because the way they are marginalized in Nigeria, you cannot take away the fact that the Igbos are marginalized. If you look at the statement that came from the APC national chairman the other day, I'm talking about Ganduje, when he visited Ebonyi State, I think Abakaliki to be precise, where he said that the APC will demarginalize the Igbos. So I think it's a statement of fact to say that the Igbos are marginalized. We are looking at whether the Igbos should join protests. I am of the view that it's irrespective of where you come from. It's because of everybody to protest. We are not saying that if you are in Abakaliki, if you are in Delta, if you are in Kogi, you should find your way to Lagos to protest. The issue of governance, the issue of inflation, food inflation, it is ravaging every strata of the society. Even at the level of the state government, we understand that it's not Uhuru. So if you are to protest, you can register your displeasure at the state level wherever you find yourself. Now looking at the call from Ndume, no, not Ndume. Looking at the call from Sheikh Gumi, who recently said that the only language the government understands is protest. I think to an extent, I will agree with him because this government, or rather Nigerian government, seems to have developed thick skin that irrespective of how you speak, as maybe through the press, civil liberty organizations, the government seems not to be willing to listen to anyone. Perhaps if they see Nigerians on the streets, they will understand that yes, Nigerians have been pushed to the wall. To that extent, I'm of the view that protest is right to do and that Nigerians should come out in their numbers to protest. But let me quickly say that when you protest, you must do it within the ambits of the law. I condemn in its totality wanton destruction of life and property. What happened in Kenya is a misnomer. It's not, we should not see a repeat of that in Nigeria. Personally, when we saw answers, I was very sad when we started seeing wanton destruction of life and property. In as much as it is lawful to protest, we should realize that those infrastructure that people tend to destroy is built by public fund, and when it is destroyed, it is the same public fund that the government will use to rebuild it. So I discourage anything that has to do with wanton destruction of life and property. When there is need to protest, when we come out to protest, let us do it within the ambits of the law. Let it be peaceful. Let the government understand that yes, your policies are not working, and as such, we want you to rethink and perhaps change some of your policy. Personally, I'm of the view that the policy of unification of affairs at the official window, that the government need to think out with it. I'm of the view that the government need to reverse that policy and wait until a time when we start proceeding to the extent of exporting our product from other areas, perhaps agricultural product, before we can go back to implement that policy. For now, subsidy removal of gasoline should stay, is my personal opinion, but that policy of effort education, I think we should look at it again.
Well, I'm not surprised. They will always want a loophole and a way to divide us and a way to make the thing not to be effective. But to the reasonable Nigeria, they will know that it's not Ipob that is, it's not only Ipob that is facing the challenge we are facing in Nigeria, the hunger, the inflation, and the hardship in the town. It's not only the Ipob that is facing it. And this government should ready to witness protests, except they want to give themselves bad name. What cost them? We say we want to protest. Do we say we want to kill your son or you want to kill your daughter? You are doing something that we don't like, and we want to tell you that what you are doing, we don't like it. We don't say we want to kill you. Just look for the just leave. If I were you, you will just sit down and listen and tell you, okay, what do you people want? What is happening, Gongo? What do you want me to reverse? If it is subsidy, give them reason why you will not be able to reverse subsidy. Because to me, it's not only Tinubu that has promised the cancellation of subsidy. Subsidy has always been the bone of contention since 2012. Since the day we have subsidy from Jonathan, you know that it was Jonathan that made subsidy to be popular. Some people, they don't know the word subsidy until 2012 when Jonathan come about subsidy, and everybody the subsidy, which one is subsidy? Even the person that don't go to school, they learn how to pronounce subsidy then, because it was a very heavy word, and we have been battling it. Some people say it doesn't exist. these people sef, they say it doesn't exist. They say it's a scam. It's a scam. Until when they get there and we started seeing subsidy and they remove it and they return it several times. Maybe they are still paying it now. We don't know. And what is the root of subsidy? Because our refinery cannot function. Because we have a refinery, 4 refinery, all the 4 put together, they are not up to 1. And you cannot take cogent decision about it. And you cannot take look for a solution. So anybody that want to say end subsidy is ready to, give option. How are we going to do the refinery? Me, I support selling the 4 refinery. I'll build one that will give us what we want, together with the private one. But the problem, Nigeria problem, is that there is too much secret, is too much. There are so many things you don't know, except you are in that corridor of power. If they take you to the corridor of power today and you see what is on ground, you yourself will be shocked that how can some group of people be so wicked like this. All our refinery, all our moribund refinery, so many of them that are there doing nothing, we are still paying money on it. Some people are still working there. They are still collecting salary. Billions of naira have been pumped into refinery, renovating it. They have not been able to achieve anything. You will be surprised how wicked Nigeria are. Look at Olu Agoloye that have problem with EFCC now. Some millions or billions of naira were giving him to build Mambila plant or one of this electricity plant. He refused to do it. Where is the money? Where is the plant? Nothing. And it's in Nigeria. And somebody like that, are you not telling me that somebody like that he will now, if it's not in the government now, and he will join them to say Nigeria is not good. There is hardship in the town. There is no electricity. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody like Olu Agoloye, if he's not in the custody now, if he's outside now, maybe he will have been one of the people that will join and we say, the country is bad. And you are the one that part of the people that spoil it. You spoil it with them. So our government, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and all his caucus, they should ready to witness a protest. And this one is a mass protest. And people that will come out, they don't hold any political office. Unlike this man that you sack from his that chief whip. Remind him his name. Alin Dume. Alin Dume. We are not Alin Dume. There is no Alin Dume there. You cannot relieve us any post. We don't. So we don't know you and we don't work with you. We just want to tell you what we want. And there is no power that can stop it. Now, to the Nigeria youths, to the northerner, to the southwesterner, and to the southeasterner, if federal government can come out and make you timid to the extent that you don't come out to protest, that means I don't know how I will describe the future of Nigeria. No matter what, people go out, go and protest. Don't listen to them. Thank you very much.